We always see dramas with big YouTubers, whether it be James Charles, Shane Dawson, or Jake Paul and Keemstar for the 11th billionth time. And while talking about bigger dramas certainly gets me more views than talking about smaller dramas, I actually prefer the smaller dramas, and I actually miss being a small YouTuber. You see, being a big YouTuber with over 100,000, nearly 200,000 subscribers, it's not really appropriate for me to go after someone who's really small on the internet. Mainly because I have a big audience who might harass them. And if you make a video that has more views than someone's entire channel, well, they're going to be known for that big video you did, and it's going to ruin their reputation. I mean, look at the Mari and Cal drama. When Prismate Luke, Izzy, Galaxy is okay, and a few others all gained up on Mari, who didn't really have a big enough platform to defend herself. Luckily, me, Just a Robot, came in and saved the day, and everybody in the commentary community gave me major props for it. I'm joking, most of the people in the commentary community ignored my video. I mean, if Ponder Sprocket did the exact same thing I did, you guys would have all lost your minds with the amount of praise you gave her. But the good thing about smaller YouTuber dramas is I'm able to see the full picture. You see, when too many people are involved, it's harder to get a coherent picture of everything that's going on. With people like Verona and T-Moss Boss, it's easy to figure out what's going on with them. But with people like Creepshow Art in the CWC, it's almost impossible to map out everything they have done. I'm not saying people haven't done that, I'm just saying it's a lot easier to do with smaller YouTuber dramas than bigger YouTuber dramas. But because everybody involved in this are so small, I want to ask you guys to not attack anyone I mentioned in this video. I'm fine with you commenting on their stuff, but please be reasonable. Now, why am I talking about this small drama? It's clearly not going to get me that many views. Well, it's because I'm a commentator, and commentators should be defending the weak and the small, not always trying to jump on a bandwagon to get views and fame. I would love to help out every single one of my subscribers, but I can't do it all by myself, of course, so I have to be very careful which ones I pick and choose to do. The Mari situation was a good choice. It wasn't exactly a small drama, thanks to Izzy and Prismate Luke, but it was definitely a risky venture on my part. Now, the two main guys involved in this little small drama are Rex and Z. Rex contacted me on Twitter, and he DM'd me a lot. I mean a lot. Now Rex, I understand you were in an extremely emotional state at the time, but for the love of God, calm down and don't DM people so much. There's only so many messages people are willing to read in one sitting, and you don't want to annoy those who you want to try to get to help you. And I'm serious about this, Rex, because I tried passing this drama down to Harley, because I thought it was a bit too small of a drama for me to talk about, and you eventually blocked them, which was just not a cool move, bro. I don't know if Rex is new to the internet or new to drama, but boy did he freak out a lot. But at the same time, I kind of empathize with him. When I was new to the internet, I got into a big drama and eventually was chased off the internet. You know the video about my past I promised over a year ago? Well, it's almost done, guys, just stay patient, I'll talk about it then. But basically, I was being slandered and I didn't have the platform to defend myself. Eventually, I was kicked out of the community I was a part of, and I felt so alone because there was no one to help me out. I decided to help Rex out by tweeting out some stuff he made about the drama, and he started complaining. I told him he should make his own video, and when he did, it got over 200 dislikes way too quickly. I'm not gonna lie, I was just about ready to tell Rex to piss off, but then I decided to look deeper into things and I got some major Prismate Luke vibes from Z. I know we're over 4 minutes in, but now I can finally talk about what this drama is based around. Believe it or not, it's a fucking girl from a video game.
What?
The game is called Grand Blue Fantasy, and it was centered around a character with the name Satyr. I'm gonna be honest here, I've never played the game and haven't heard of it until now. Rex absolutely loved this character, but people started trolling him, saying that the character was in fact a man, or she was a futon, had a massive dong. I know this sounds dumb so far, but bear with me, this drama does get more interesting. So before we go any further, let's observe the character of Satyr and figure out what she has between her legs. So is Satyr a woman? I decided to look on the wiki and their gender is stated as female, and the voice actress is also female. Well, I think that makes it pretty cut and dry that this person is a female and not a man. But just because they're a female doesn't mean they're not a futa. So let's look through Z's evidence to see why he thinks that Satyr is a futa. At the start of Z's video, he googles the definition of Satyr. One of a class of lustful, drunken woodland gods. In Greek art, they were represented as a man with a horse's ears and tail, but in Roman representations, as a man with goat ears, tail, legs, and horns. So basically Philotikes from Hercules. Yep, that's their evidence for this character being a futa. They have the same name as the goat man, but they don't look like a goat or a horse. Plus, the definition he gave was the opposite. They were females who looked like males, not males who look like females. The other two examples Z gives are even worse. Like this character who says, "But concepts like family, siblings, appearance, sex, ideas that mortals are so keen to define, are often contradictory when it comes to the myriad of types of primal beasts." Alright, so, this proves nothing, but maybe the second example will be better.
What he said, actually, you know Satyr is...
What's the next part? Satyr is what? Dead? A queen? This doesn't prove anything again. God, this is such a Prismate Luke thing to do, just putting up things, pretending like it's evidence, hoping that your audience is dumb enough to fall for it. So I personally think it's safe to assume that Satyr, who looks like a girl, acts like a girl, and goes by female pronouns, is a woman. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Jar, why are you making a video about this? I don't care about this, just two nerds arguing over a character, whether they have a dong or not. Why did you make this video? Well, your patience is about to pay off, because this is where the drama actually gets juicy. Z says in his Twitter video that Rex was completely convinced that Satyr didn't have a dong. Personally, I think there needs to be a lot more convincing that someone who looks like a girl is voiced by a girl and acts like a girl does have one than does not, but let's keep watching.
Rex got angry and started saying questionable, homophobic shit, according to the people in my server.
Well, that is quite the allegation, my good sir. I don't know what homophobia has to do with not believing a fictional female character has a dong, but maybe he does have some evidence to prove this very serious claim. Let's read the next part. I don't really have any screenshots of the homophobic shit because I think they deleted their logs. Oh, okay, so they totally were homophobic, you just don't have the evidence to prove it. I'm sorry, mate, but America! We go by innocent until proven guilty.
Multiple people have seen Rex behavior firsthand.
Okay, well, I have also experienced Rex behavior not being all that great. He was in an extremely emotional state at the time. But if your evidence is anecdotal evidence, then it's anecdotal evidence and not proof.
Rex leaves my server after being called annoying and being a homophobe.
That dude, but I never saw him actually talk about the game. I only ever saw Satyr.
Yeah. Someone else then? Oh, I see the Satyr guy gone. Finally. Yeah. Now you might notice something interesting about this screenshot, and that's the lack of anyone calling them homophobic. Yeah, there's a few people implying that they were annoying, but annoying is not really bigoted.
So their post got deleted a lot, or they were just ignored. Lol.
He says this about a Reddit video that Rex made. A lot of these comments just seem like they're from people who didn't even bother watching the video.
I felt bad at first, cause I thought he was legit just being bullied, but it's just literally over Satyr.
Proceeds to post a video essay detailing Satyr and Primal Beast and all their lore and whatnot.
Wasn't the Discord server about the game? What the fuck?
Rex wasn't going to stop there.
Stop where? He posted a fucking Reddit video!
Rex is still being a homophobe too.
Okay, maybe this post will prove it. Grand Blue PSA. This guy is going around responding to people who mention Satyr as having a ding-dong and harassing them, and will report them if they disagree and tell them to get AIDS if they happen to be non-heteroconformative. Okay, that's not proof again, that's just anecdotal evidence.
Please ignore or block if you come across anyone that even slightly resembles Rex, as shown in this video.
But why though? I think he just thinks a character doesn't have a ding-dong. Aside from that, you haven't proved anything. And that's the end of their video, so let's go down and see if they have any more proof in the comments section.
Same guy, by the way, for more context. Homophobic red flags all around. Dude put the fucking color spectrum. That's not even the gay flag.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far, lol. Shows a picture of Mario holding up the color spectrum saying, "You dropped this." Okay, we got some evidence finally. He was saying this to someone who thought a male character was hot, and that person was presumably male. And while I can understand why some people might see this as homophobic or crossing the line, if this is the only evidence of this person being homophobic, then that's pretty sad. Okay, so we're at the end of everything, so what I gotta say about this whole drama? Well, I get messages from smaller people asking me to get involved on their dramas all the time. But I keep telling them that I'm a decent-sized YouTuber, and if I was smaller I would be happy to help, but it's not really appropriate for a guy with over 100,000 subscribers to get involved with a small drama. I tried to explain this to Rex, but he didn't understand how his drama was small. I was trying to explain to him the difference between his drama and the Mari and Cal drama, where Mari had to deal with videos being made on her, one of which had over 500,000 views. But I can understand from his perspective why his drama was big. After all, he basically had no platform and he was dealing with a channel that nearly had 70,000 subscribers and a very decent following on Twitter. Now, do I think Z is a bad person and is just bullying Rex? Not really, because I can also see things from Z's perspective, and I know Rex is not gonna like me saying this, but Z was running a Discord, and he heard from a lot of people that, well, Rex was homophobic. When you own a Discord server, you usually listen to the crowd than the one guy saying, "No, I'm not homophobic." Do I think Satyr has a ding-dong? Definitely not. The evidence is lackluster at best. I thought Z's Twitter video was very poorly made. Is it possible that Rex is a homophobe? Certainly. But I need a little bit more proof than just anecdotal evidence or someone not believing a certain girl has a ding-dong. Now, Rex, you do come across as a bit annoying with how much you message people. People have their own lives and other people they're talking to. Please give them time to message you back. And what I mean by that is give them a day or two. And also, you're a pretty easy target for trolling. And I know this because I used to be like a massive troll. I saw you messaging this one guy constantly on my Twitter, and when he said to you, "Damn, that's crazy," you kept on messaging him, and he kept on baiting you and trolling you. I understand that might sound a bit like victim blaming, but you gotta take some personal responsibility and not get baited so easily. Like, he's clearly not going to be on your side, so what are you trying to accomplish by messaging him so much? This is also why I don't think Rex is homophobic, because if he was, with how much he messages people, it should be quite easy to find tons of evidence of him being homophobic. I don't think Rex deserves a lot of the harassment he's getting. While I wasn't there for everything, I have a vague picture of how this whole situation escalated. A few people thought Satyr had a dong. Rex, who either saw Satyr as his waifu or was really big into people getting the lore about the game exactly right, got upset with them. They started getting into arguments, things kept on escalating. And then Rex left, but he wanted to set the record straight, which eventually got Z, the Discord mod, involved because he kept on hearing people talk about this guy. Is that exactly what happened? I don't know for sure, but that's my best estimate of what happened. Now, why did I talk about this small drama? Because it's absolutely hilarious that it's over an anime character and whether she has a dick or not. And it just kept on escalating to the point where Rex made message after message, these big long documents, and then he started getting accusations of homophobia. Honestly, if everything else happened, but it wasn't over whether an anime girl had a joystick or not, I wouldn't have talked about this. So what do you guys think? Do you think Rex is just a big baby who's making a big deal out of nothing? Or do you think Z is a bully, making Rex seem like a guy who's making a big deal out of nothing, while spreading around false accusations? Do you think they're both in the wrong? Or do you think this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? Tell me in the comments section down below.